The final day of the second week of the Tour de France meant the riders would take on one of the hardest stages. Tadej Pogačar in complete control in the general classification, or it seemed, as everybody lined up to head to Andorra. The riders travelling from east to west across the Pyrenees, leaving Serret and into the mountains proper. Some big climbs on the menu, including the highest point of the Tour de France at Poels and Valverde, 2,408 metres above sea level. The 191-kilometre stage started uphill. Not part of the classified climbing, but a good part of the 4,500 metres of total climbing in the day. Race did calm down after around 20 to 30 kilometres, and a huge group of 32 riders managed to get up the road. There'll be plenty of sprints for green jersey points. Michael Matthews taking those. And King of the Mountains points too. Michael Woods starting the day in the polka dot jersey, but he had plenty of challengers. Wout Poels, the chief challenger, but also Wout van Aert. On the long valley road up into Andorra, things calmed down until Ineos and Movistar began riding in the GC group. A gap of 10 minutes soon started to reduce. Up ahead, it looked as though the break would take the stage and Michael Woods was kicking things off, but the two Ineos Grenadiers members of the break were pulled back to help in the GC battle. Nairo Quintana was trying to win Arkea Samsic's first ever Tour de France stage and in turn battled back the King of the Mountains jersey. Behind, Kwiatkowski and Thomas were ready to go to work. Pogačar was soon isolated. Lopez and a couple of others lost contact. Reinforcements arrived for the British team, and much of this stage would be about descent. And with jersey open, flapping in the wind, after having moved up to second on GC, Martin was losing time the day after. Sepp Kuss attacked with just under 20 kilometres to go. One of three riders in the breakaway from Jumbo-Visma went over the final climb of the day. 20-odd seconds his advantage over Valverde. Behind, Uran, Carapaz, Vingegaard and the rest would have a try at trying to distance Tadej Pogačar. None of that worked, however. Pogačar still looking in supreme control at the top. Enric Mas and Wilco Kelderman followed well, as Kuss on home roads as a resident of the Principality of Andorra would make sure that Valverde would not come back to him. Wout van Aert had dropped back to the yellow jersey group and was doing his best to try and put Pogačar under pressure in favour of Vingegaard. And Ben O'Connor was also moving up in the GC. The day's stage honours, however, went to Sepp Kuss. Already a winner at the Vuelta, now a stage winner at the Tour de France. 2 mountain stage wins for Jumbo-Visma in a tour where they'd lost their leader. Not a bad return in the end for the Dutch team. Alejandro Valverde rolled back the years to finish second. And Kuss, a new American winner at the Tour de France. Kuss ahead of Valverde with Poels up there for third place. Good rides too from Izaguirre, Guerreiro, Quintana, Gaudu and the rest. Vingegaard celebrated his teammates' victory as the yellow jersey group crossed the line. No major changes at the top of the general classification, bar that dropping from Martin down from second to ninth. Of course, he'd already lost contact on that first major descent. 5:18 then as Uran's back up to second. Vingegaard is on the podium again at 5:32. But a second back, Richard Carapaz. In the King of the Mountains jersey, Wout Poels returning to the podium. He now leads by 8 points ahead of Michael Woods. Quintana's just 2 further back, and look at Wout van Aert, all ready to challenge for the polka dot jersey. Rest day is next in Andorra. And after that, the peloton will head back down the valley into southern France.